October 27th, 2016, millions of users got the news that Vine, the wildly popular 6-second video app, was being shut down by Twitter. 4 years earlier, Vine had been on top of the world, with over 200 million active users at its peak. It spawned internet superstars, unforgettable memes, and even its own catchphrase, "Do it for the Vine." So how did this 6-second empire rise so high, only to vanish almost overnight? June 2012, when 3 young entrepreneurs, Dom Hoffman, Russ Yusupov, and Colin Kroll, founded Vine in New York City. Their idea was simple, yet bold. An app where you could share looping video clips no longer than 6 seconds. Before Vine even launched publicly, Twitter saw its potential and acquired the startup in October 2012 for $30 million. A few months later, on January 24th, 2013, Vine officially launched on iPhones. It turned out that 6 seconds was just enough time. Vine's interface made it insanely easy. Point, tap, and film. Vine filled the niche of short-form content, which at the time hadn't been done before. By April 2013, Vine had become the #1 free app on the iOS App Store. Spreading like wildfire amongst teens and college students, users embraced the strict time limit as a creative challenge, packing skits, stunts, and magic tricks into 6 frantic seconds. It was fresh and addictive. Vine's community began to form its own language and culture fast. Early viral Vines range from a simple clip of a teen saying,
"Road work ahead? Yeah, I sure hope it does,"
to clever stop-motion magic tricks. One astronaut even posted a Vine from space. Vine's mobile-only design also made it feel like an insider's club. If you didn't have the app, you'd only catch glimpses of Vines when they were shared to Twitter or compiled on YouTube. This gave Vine aura and drew more young people in. 2014 and 2015 were the golden years of Vine. By late 2014, Vine was a hotbed of comedy and creativity, now available on Android and even Xbox. The app updated with features like a loop count to show how many times a video was watched. Young creators, often just ordinary kids with a phone, amassed millions of followers and became household names among social media users. Take Lily Pons and Nash Grier, for example. They were just high schoolers making goofy 6-second skits, but on Vine, they grew enormous followings and could even turn that clout into real money via brand deals. Lily Pons became the most looped Viner of all time, garnering billions of video loops. Nash Grier rocketed to 12 million followers and even landed a role in a feature film that hit #1 on iTunes. King Batch amassed over 16 million followers, the largest on Vine, and used his fame to get acting roles on TV shows like The Mindy Project. Zach King dazzled audiences with mind-bending magic edits, showcasing Hollywood-level effects in 6 seconds. His Vines were so unique that by mid-2015, he had over 1 billion loops and a dedicated crew producing his content. Vine's cultural impact in this period was huge. Vine compilations became a popular genre on YouTube, allowing people without the app to catch up on the funniest clips. Many of today's internet catchphrases and memes trace back to Vine. For example, the slang "on fleek" was coined in a 2014 Vine by a young woman proudly describing her eyebrows.
"We in this bitch, finna get crunk. Eyebrows on fleek, the fuck?"
Dance trends also went viral via Vine's looping clips. The Nene dance gained massive popularity through Vine, helping the track become a mainstream hit. Even politicians and TV hosts tried to latch onto Vine trends. Remember Damn Daniel?
Damn, Daniel.
Or attempts to Nene on national TV? Vine was driving pop culture in a way that was new for a social media app. By 2015, Vine had an official count of over 200 million active users worldwide. Everyone from comedians to musicians to brands to late-night hosts were paying attention. Shawn Mendes, for instance, posted 6-second covers of pop songs on Vine. Those clips led to a record deal and a Billboard #1 album, making him one of Vine's biggest success stories in music. Other Viners like Logan Paul, Lisa Koshy, and Jake Paul were becoming major online personalities, setting the stage for future careers on YouTube and beyond. It truly felt like Vine was the place to be for the next generation of entertainers. Yet, even as Vine reached these heights, cracks were starting to form beneath the surface. The very success of Vine stars foreshadowed troubles to come. Many top Vine creators were getting restless, and rival platforms were eyeing Vine's throne. By late 2015, the Vine empire was showing signs of strain. The first jolt came from competition. In June 2013, just 5 months after Vine's debut, Instagram had launched its own video feature, allowing 15-second videos. On the day Instagram video was announced, Vine shares on Twitter dropped almost 40% overnight. Users suddenly had an easy way to post longer videos to their existing Instagram followers, and some casual Viners drifted away. Snapchat also surged in popularity around 2014 to 2015 by letting users share short videos without a strict time limit. Vine still grew through 2014, but the head start was over. The rest of the social media world was catching up to short-form video. The bigger cracks, however, were internal. Vine's relationship with its own creators was beginning to sour. Despite the platform's success, Many Vine stars felt unsupported and unheard by Vine's management. Jeremy Caballona, a former Vine community manager, later revealed that the company's relationship with creators was non-existent. The overall policy from the founders was to ignore them. For example, when Vine rolled out vanity URLs for profiles in 2014, top Viner Nash Grier missed the announcement and found that someone else had snagged his tag before he could. Instead of helping him get the URL, Vine's co-founder Colin Kroll refused, reportedly saying, "He doesn't need it, let it go." Small slights like this accumulated, and big Viners felt disrespected. The tension reached a breaking point in fall 2015. Nearly 20 of Vine's biggest stars, names like Marcus Johns, King Batch, Lily Pons, Logan Paul, and others, secretly gathered in Los Angeles for a meeting with Vine's key staff. They effectively formed a Vine's creator union of sorts, coming to Vine with a list of demands. According to multiple people in the room, the meeting turned into an emotional intervention. These young creators felt Vine's parent company, Twitter, didn't value them. Why wasn't Vine doing more to recognize and reward its stars the way YouTube was? Why wasn't there a monetization program? Unlike YouTube, Vine offered no built-in way for creators to earn money from their videos or ads. Vine was a great platform to get noticed, but if you wanted a lucrative gig, you had to jump to a different platform. In that pivotal 2015 meeting, the top Viners made a bold proposal: pay us and we'll save Vine. Specifically, they demanded $1.2 million per creator per year in exchange for each of them posting a set number of Vines every week. Essentially, they wanted Vine to invest about $20 million annually to retain its talent. Karen Spencer took the proposal to Twitter's higher-ups. The response was simply no. Twitter's executives refused to pay influencers directly, especially given Vine's own revenue struggles. The company wasn't profitable, and Twitter in 2015-2016 was dealing with its own financial and growth crisis. Twitter wasn't willing to pour millions into appeasing Vine's biggest stars. When word came back that the money wasn't coming, creators were furious. The fallout was fast and dire. Feeling betrayed, many top Viners walked away from the platform. In the months after the meeting, they all stopped posting original content on Vine. Instead, their Vine accounts started telling fans, "Follow me on YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram." Mid-level creators started following, migrating to better platforms with better monetization. Data confirms this exodus. Between January and June 2016, over half of all Vine users with over 15,000 followers quit or became inactive, moving to YouTube, Instagram, or Snapchat. Vine's once buzzy feed began to feel like a ghost town of reruns and stale content. Internally, Vine was coming apart. Its head of product left in early 2016, and other staff followed as it became clear Twitter was losing faith in the app. Twitter itself was in turmoil in 2016. Executives were leaving, the company was struggling to grow, and there were rumors of a sale. In this climate, Vine went from Twitter's cool experiment to a financial liability. On October 27, 2016, Twitter finally announced it was shutting Vine down for good. The news, while not shocking to industry insiders, hit loyal Viners hard. It was the end of an era. Vine's founder, Russ Yusupov, who had left Twitter by then, tweeted a pointed piece of advice that day: "Don't sell your company." A clear expression of regret over Vine's fate under Twitter's ownership. In the last gesture to the community, Twitter kept an online Vine archive for a couple of years, but even that later was taken down. And just like that, the Vine empire was dead. 4 years from launch to collapse, a blink of an eye in hindsight. Vine's demise felt sudden, but its impact would ripple for years to come. In fact, you could argue that the spirit of Vine never truly died. It merely spread to other corners of the internet. When Vine shut down, it propelled a mass migration of talent to YouTube, Instagram, and Musical.ly, which now is the infamous TikTok. Logan Paul took his slapstick Vine humor to YouTube vlogs, eventually becoming one of the platform's biggest and most controversial personalities. His brother Jake Paul did the same, building a YouTube empire. Lizzie Koshy, who gained a huge following with her funny Vine characters, moved to YouTube where she amassed millions of subscribers, landing acting roles, and even hosted television shows. Lily Pons shifted her comedy sketches to Instagram and YouTube, and today she's a global influencer with ventures in music and fashion. King Batch leveraged his Vine fame into an acting career, appearing in movies and TV series. By 2017, Shawn Mendes was topping music charts worldwide, a Vine kid turned pop star. Even creators with smaller Vine followings found second lives elsewhere. For example, comedians David Dobrik, Danny Gonzalez, Drew Gooden, and Curtis Connor were all Viners who became successful YouTube content creators. In a way, Vine's shutdown scattered its creative seeds across the wider social media landscape, where many continue to flourish. Beyond individual careers, Vine left a cultural legacy that's still felt today. Its influence is all over the current short-form video boom. TikTok, which emerged a couple years after Vine's end, is often compared to Vine. Short videos, viral memes, but TikTok learned from Vine's mistakes and successes. TikTok started with 15-second videos, now, which has longer, utilizes a powerful algorithm to surface content. and crucially, it introduced ways for creators to earn money through brand deals, creator funds, etc. Where Vine had a tight-knit but somewhat insular community, TikTok's For You page broadcast new creators to millions overnight, preventing only a small clique from dominating. The result? TikTok exploded over 1 billion downloads by the late 2010s, achieving a scale Vine never reached. One could say that TikTok succeeded where Vine failed, by continually evolving features and keeping creators engaged. Instagram too expanded into short-form videos, first with 15-second posts, and later with longer videos, stories, and reels. Every major platform from YouTube to Snapchat now chases short-form video content that Vine popularized. Vine proved that micro-entertainment could captivate millions, an idea now core to internet culture. Perhaps the most special part of Vine's legacy is the style of humor and creativity it cultivated. Vine forced creators to be incredibly inventive in a ridiculously short time frame. This led to a distinctive rapid-fire comedy style, absurd, random, and often surreal, that still echoes in meme culture today. Many viral TikToks and memes carry a certain Vine energy, a direct lineage from those 6-second gags, and the memes that originated on Vine continue to be referenced. Even years after its shutdown, Vine compilations on YouTube attract huge viewership, offering comfort food nostalgia and laughs. There's a kind of collective nostalgia for Vine's era of internet comedy, a feeling that was uniquely pure, goofy, and creative. And what about Vine itself? Is there any chance this empire could rise again? After Vine closed, Dom Hoffman, one of the founders, did attempt a successor. He teased the Vine 2 in late 2017, and eventually launched an app called Byte in 2020. Byte brought back 6-second looping videos, hoping to rekindle the magic. While a loyal group of fans rejoiced, Byte struggled to gain traction in a world now dominated by TikTok's much larger network. It was rebranded and ultimately discontinued by 2023. But the idea of Vine refuses to die. In late 2022, Twitter's new owner at the time, Elon Musk, ran a poll asking users if he should bring back Vine. Nearly 70% of 5 million voters said yes to a Vine revival. And as of mid-2025, Musk had hinted that he plans to resurrect Vine in some form, possibly integrating it with AI technology. Whether that will actually happen, or whether it could ever live up to the original, remains to be seen. But the fact that we're still talking about Vine years later, imagining its comeback, says a lot. The mythology of Vine only grows with time. In the end, Vine's story is a whirlwind tale of innovation, fame, and collapse. A reminder that on the internet, a few seconds can change everything. Vine launched careers and defined an era of online humor, yet it also serves as a cautionary tale about what happens when a platform can't keep up with its creators or its competition. The legacy of Vine lives on every time you watch a looping gag on TikTok or hear a catchphrase that makes you say, "I remember that Vine." What do you think? If Vine had been handled differently, with more support for creators or quicker adaptation, could it have survived in the age of Instagram and TikTok? What's your favorite Vine memory or creator that we mentioned or maybe forgot to mention? Let's talk about it in the comments. We'd love to hear your Vine stories and whether you'd welcome a Vine comeback in 2025. If you enjoyed this deep dive into internet history, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, stay creative and stay curious.